My name is Carmenza Montague. I teach kindergarten through 5th grade Spanish at the Riverside School in Lyndonville, Vermont. Every year, during Hispanic Heritage Month, I teach my students something special about Hispanics: our rich culture, history, gastronomy, art, music, who we are, our contributions to the world, and what we share as people. This year, I wanted to spark my 5th graders' curiosity. It is clear to me that they enjoy celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. But how is this important to them? With this unit, I wanted my students to go deep into the human journey, and using Nat Geo's resource, Why Communities Move, as inspiration, we set out to explore the reasons why Hispanics might come to Vermont. We discussed push and pull factors involved in migration and formulated hypotheses about the origin of Hispanics in the state. As pull factors drawing people to Vermont from Costa Rica, Brooklyn cited better soil for planting, outdoor activities such as biking, colder weather with snow, and food options such as fudge. For push factors, she cited the hot weather in Costa Rica. Nat Geo's mega map of the world added the spatial perspective and helped students advance their hypotheses while pondering possible routes, natural barriers, and obstacles in the way. We learned about the composition of the population in Vermont in terms of race through the Quick Facts table by the U.S. Census Bureau and compared 2 articles by local news media for a deeper and richer understanding. Gabby wrote that the population of Vermont is less diverse than the United States of America. In Vermont, nearly 19 out of 20, or 94% of people are white. In other places like New York, there are more immigrants. They are African American, Hispanic, and Asian. In Vermont, most of our immigrants are from Canada, Germany, and the United Kingdom. After a group discussion, we reached the conclusion that even though there is little diversity in our state, changes in this trend are happening and are most apparent in schools where Hispanic youth is the fastest growing. Students from 4th through 8th grade gathered at assembly to learn more about the Hispanic population in our state. After a quick briefing bringing the other grades up to speed, we listened to middle school Spanish teacher Monica Pineda, who introduced us to her work for the Migrant Education Program at the University of Vermont Extension. The video we watched at school showed that some people are treating them differently than they treat us. I would like to change that, said Sophie. 5th grade students collaborated to interview State Police Officer David Garces from Colombia.
I was born there along with the rest of my family.
If you have number 2, please stand up.
How old are you and how old were you when you moved here?
I'm 26 now. I'm going to be 27 in January 5th. That's my birthday. I moved here when I was around 4 years old. I moved to New York City.
Students reflected on their learning. I learned about push and pull factors and how important it is to celebrate other nationalities, said Kingston. I learned that there are not many Hispanics in Vermont and that Hispanics have brought good things with them, said Sophie. I learned how hard it is to get here. If you don't have money to be licensed and go to school, life would be hard for you trying to make money but not be discovered by the police, said Julia. Students plan to take action. I would like to help by helping milk with dignity and making sure that people get paid evenly, said Molly. I would like to have better homestays for Hispanic farm workers by informing other people about how bad their living currently is, said Esme. Being kind to Hispanics, learning more Spanish, and helping them translate would be good, said Julia. I would like to prevent unfair farming by buying ethically produced goods, said Sylvan. We came back to our question: how is Hispanic Heritage Month important to us in Vermont? I like to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month because Hispanics brought over traditions like food, collaboration, and their language, said Sophie. It is important to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month so that the Hispanic community may have a greater voice, said Chris. Hispanic Heritage Month is important to us because we should honor the citizens who move here and make us who we are, said Molly. Because I chose to focus on the knowledge of the human journey and the attitude of responsibility, my students gain important insight from local and global scales into migration, the population of their state, the challenges faced by the Hispanic community, and the significance of Hispanic Heritage Month. They were inspired to advocate for minorities by raising awareness about unfair treatment and to support organizations like Migrant Justice in their campaign for workers' rights. They also plan on making conscious purchase decisions based on ethical standards. The unit challenged my own notions about the Hispanic population in Vermont. I learned that, contrary to my belief, only a small portion of Hispanics in the state are farm workers. There is indeed diversity within our minority. I feel that my teaching practice has reached a new level. By applying the National Geographic Framework, skills, and perspectives, I was able to make this unit thorough, encompassing, and meaningful. The unit reached the depth that it deserves, and I accomplished my dream of helping students realize the importance of Hispanic Heritage Month in a way that relates to them personally.